Hey FlossTube, welcome to my stitchy home. My name is Becca and today's date is May 25th, 2019. Thanks for stopping by. This is my third video. It's been a couple of weeks since I did video number 2. If you haven't seen my first 2 videos, please check them out. I didn't have anybody comment on the sound in my videos, so I'm guessing that means the sound is okay and you can basically understand what I'm saying. I did have one comment about the mug rug that I showed in video 1. They wanted to know what a mud rug was, an MUD rug versus a MUG rug. So I don't have that mug rug anymore, but I thought I'd show you another example of one that I did. And it's just made up of the different selvages from fabrics I had worked with. This one was stitched by somebody else, and we did a swap. And she had an embroidery machine, so it's beautiful, beautiful. And then the first one I ever got, and I can see now I need to wash it. I've used it a lot. Just gives you another idea. It's a mug rug, like for your coffee mug or your tea cup. And I guess it's oblong so that you have space to put a plate or bowl or snack or something like that. Anyway, you get it. So I guess that was not clear. I was saying MUG rug, R-U-G. And so I hope that clears that up. But I had no other comments about what I was talking about, so that's wonderful. If you ever do have a problem with the sound quality, please let me know. Okay. What else? I had a lot of comments on video 2 answering my question, who was your favorite designer? I've made a list of all those ideas, and I've started the process of going through my stash to see which of those designers I have patterns or kits for. And I think what I'll do is put those away for a future giveaway. I was shocked in video 2. I was editing video 2 when I passed 100 subscribers. So I'm listening to my video in which I'm talking about when in the future I pass 100 subscribers, I'll have a giveaway. And I passed 100 subscribers. So thank you so much. Thank you especially to Crafty Cat Stitcher, Who's Your Apple, and Just Keep Stitching for the wonderful shout outs that I'm pretty sure directed some folks my way. And I just thank you so much. I love making new friends, and I feel like that's what this is doing, is helping us to connect. I've connected with other stitchers in Georgia that I hope one day I get to meet. I've seen comments from people who are going to StitchCon in June. I hope I get to meet you. So we have passed the 100 subscriber mark. We've passed 200 subscribers, in fact. So it's time for the giveaway. So if you would like to receive the following items, plural, I will pick one commenter from video number 1 and give these items to. You haven't seen these before. One is an Alma Lynn cross stitch card, an envelope. It's sealed. It says, "Friendship is sharing, friendship is caring." And it includes the pattern if you want to stitch that. But you don't have to. You could just send this card to a friend. Cheer them up, make them feel good. I will give the same person the scissor fob. And let's see, the front. It's a, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a sheep. And then at the bottom is a pair of scissors, beautiful blue, color, and I'll send that. And then for Prairie Schoolers, spring. This is kind of summery. It's a tulip. Fall. And winter, Christmas. So, one person commenting on video number 1 will be chosen to receive these items. Then I showed in the last video, this would be little jingle bells, this mat and design and a stitch. It includes everything: needle chart, fabric, floss, DMC floss, the mat, and the print. The Lizzie Kate, the Prairie Schooler, which I did find I had linen for. If whoever wins this, if you do not want linen, I can do Ada, at least a piece of Ada. And then from Holland, this kit to make the sampler, has the linen, has the floss. So if you comment on today's, whenever this goes live, between that day and the end of the day, Tuesday, May 28th, on May 29th, I will draw names for each of these items. You don't need to say, hey, I want the Christmas stocking, or I want the Noah's Ark, or I want, you don't have to say that. You certainly could say that, but I will probably just, okay, here's item number 1, I'll draw a name. Item number 2, I'll draw a name. If I can make you happy and pair things up a certain way, I'll be glad to try, but no promises. And if the item you win is not to your liking, you don't want it, that's fine. You can say, I don't want that, or just, you don't have to reply at all. I'll just pick somebody else. But if the next video, I'll announce who those winners are. And if I don't hear back from you in like a week time, I'll draw another name. But in addition to those 5 items that I showed just now and on the last video, I found the patterns to these that I showed in video number 1. This is called My Garden of Stitches. It's by Diane Toll. It's DKT Originals. Does not have the buttons or anything, but it does have the pattern. I will give that away to a commenter of this video. And then I showed my version of Button, Who's Got the Button? And I found I had the pattern for that. Still, it's Country Cottage Needleworks, Button. And I will give that away. So that's 2 additional giveaways. And then, like I said, you all gave lots of great designer ideas, who your favorite designers are, and I will look for those, and those will be in a future giveaway. So thank you so much for telling me who your favorite designers are. There's a couple I'm not familiar with, so I definitely am going to check those out. Okay. Hey everyone, I want to insert this in my main video because I left some things out. Number 1, I had a small fan running during the video. It was my intention to turn that off before I started recording, and I was so excited I just recorded with the little fan running. So I apologize if you do hear a slight hum or whoosh. It's real low, but I will try to do better next time. I forgot to introduce the quilt behind me. I bought a panel of all these letters, and it was just a white panel with all the letters on it. I cut them apart and put them together with pink sashing, the green cornerstones, green inner border, and then this floral stripe. And I even mitered the corners, which is a little complicated, but it turned out great. And this is a baby quilt for a friend of mine. I have 2 quilts to send to first cousins, and I needed to get both of them done before mailing them off, so I'm hoping to mail those off this week. I don't know the name of this panel. I made it a year or 2 ago, so I'm calling it Floral ABCs, but if you just Google Floral ABC quilt panel, you may not find this one, but you'll find others that would easily work into something like this to be a baby's quilt or a wall hanging or what have you. The giveaway rules. I didn't go over those. Don't say giveaway. Don't say win in the comments. If you do, I'll delete your comment. If you want to say something about one of the giveaway items, just say I would like to stitch, or I would like to have, or just say have a nice day, or I liked your video, or whatever you want to say. Just don't say giveaway or win. You need to be 18 or older, or have your parents' permission in order to send me your mailing address if you win. It's open to USA and Canada residents. I will consider in a future giveaway opening up worldwide, but for this one it's USA and Canada only. Okay, I got some, well, let me show you some old finishes, a couple of things. This is cross stitch. And it says on the back, let us celebrate the friendship that flowers when women come together to stitch. And I would say women or men. Whoever did this said women. This makes a, let's see if I can demonstrate. You unwrap the ribbon, this little ribbon goes around a button, and inside is a silk, navy blue silk. You fold it so you have a little pocket. You have another pocket that this post-it notepad, which kind of looks like parchment paper. It goes in, and then it comes with a little pencil that is inside a ribbon loop. So it makes this little notepad holder. I did that a few years ago through my Embroiderers Guild of America chapter. And a counted canvas work piece that I did last year, I think, 2018, I think, called Two Lighthouses, and it's by Nancy's Needle. And I think I pretty much did it with the called for threads. And I just picked this up yesterday, I think it was. This is by Sekas and Company. It's called A Cat Lover's Heart. And I happen to have this little cat pewter charm. So it called for a certain cat charm, but I already had that one. So, and I had this framed at Michael's. They were able to do the little stair step to mimic in the cross stitch the stair step. This is stitched on 10 count Tula, which is a very loose fabric, counted fabric. But that's what Sekas and Company called for. And that's my second heart design by Sekas and Company. Okay, then let's see. Oh, I said in the last video I was going to a quilt retreat, and I did. I had a wonderful time, and I finished the 5 table runners. I'm not gonna show them in their entirety, but you can see I quilted it. That's these lines here. I quilted it and added the binding and the backing. So that's a Christmas one. This is the diving themed one, so I did sort of a wavy line across the whole thing, and it's got the binding, and then the backing is this diving print, coordinates with the front. This one I did a combination of some just free-handed stitching. Kind of hard to, maybe you can see on this one, I did sort of a flower-ish, and then I used my machine stitching. I picked a stitch that looked like cross stitch. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I just had fun with that. Got that, and then the back looks like that. Number 4. I did some different things, kind of a cathedral window stitch and outlining here, and then let's see if you can see, this is like that kind of a flower lily shape, and the binding and the backing are out of this fabric. And the last one, I know some of you are not into quilting. This will be over soon. I did want to show that I buckled down and I got these 5 done. I probably would not have done this without knowing that I had to talk about this. So I did sort of I didn't draw anything out. I just sort of stitched it as I went. And then in the purple, and then in the white areas I used an embroidery stitch on my machine, and I also, that same embroidery stitch, it was leaves, it meant to look like leaves. I did it in the end of the table runner, so in the white areas and at the end. And then that's the back, and then I did a green binding. And so that's done. So thank you so much for being out there and holding me accountable. I also got the border on a Christmas quilt, but I'll show that whenever it gets quilted and bound, and I can hang it up behind me. So hopefully this year we'll have it in time to put on our bed for Christmas. It is a big quilt, so really happy to get that done. Okay, what else? That's my finishes. I did want to tell you about something else, Michael's craft shop, craft store. If you have a Michael's store in your area, you may not know that if they do the custom framing, they can probably also get you a plate, an engraved plate, and it comes with a little protective cover. And let's see if you can read it. A Cat Lover's Heart, 2018 by Becca Klash. So it has a peel off back. It's sticky on the back, and I peel it off and I put it on the back of my piece. So I want to say that costs around, it's kind of pricey, $15–20. You can get, I think, 1 line, 2 line, or 3 lines. You can get brass or silver, different shapes. But I've been doing that for my frame pieces just to have a record of the name of the piece, when I did it, and that it was done by me. So if that's something that appeals to you, ask at your Michaels shop. I don't know if you can order them online or you have to go to the custom framing department and order it in person, but thought I'd mention that. I also forgot to say that I have had no other progress on any of my other stitching. I did not work on the right kimono counted canvas work piece, so I'm another week behind. And I didn't work on the Twin Peaks primitive tracking the seasons, which I had thought I would, but between visiting my friend and then going to a quilt retreat, and then when I got back, I had the cross stitch patterns, and I knew I needed to start stitching on a couple of them for gifts. So don't have anything else. All right, what else? So I got some stitchy mail, and I ordered some Lizzie Kate patterns from 123 Stitch and some threads. One is called, it's Lizzie Kate number 178. It's called Prayer of St. Francis. Next one is My To-Do List number 158 by Lizzie Kate. Next one is Time for God number 141 by Lizzie Kate. Next one is and then this one is number 180, She Believed She Could. And then there's a second design too. And so I have stitched the She Believed She Could. So she did. I did change out the center, the words were supposed to be in a black and a brown, and I made them 2 shades of purple. I haven't finished the center of these 2 flowers. I did notice that earlier today. I'll have to do that. So I made the instead of like the color straw, I picked another Weeks Dye Works that was a variegated orange. So I sort of brightened them up a little bit. And then the What We Are design is in progress. And I'm changing up the colors on that too, to sort of have it tie into the first one. The She Believed She Could, I found this frame at Michaels, and shadow box. I'm going to frame it. And then the longer design, I'm probably going to have to mat or somehow frame because my linen is not big enough. But this is also a shadow box. So that's the plan on those, to frame those. Then I received some Weeks Dye Works from 123 Stitch to help me stitch all these Lizzie Kates. And I won't go through and name them all, but just beautiful, beautiful Weeks Dye Works threads. Pinks and blues and greens and golds. Beautiful. Love it. I'm a member of the Crazy Annie's Floss Club. And once a month I get 5, I think they're called All Colors from Crazy Annie. And you can join her club if you're interested. I'll put the information in the description box below. But these were the colors for May. Nightshade, which is a purple. It's actually a little more purple than it's showing up in the picture. Golden Ale. Calypso. It's a little greener than it's showing up, but it's definitely a blue. Hunter, which is also greener than it's showing up. And Peach Cobbler, which to me is more like the color of the crust on a pie, but it does have a little bit of peach in there as well. So those were the 5 colors that I received this month. Beautiful, and they're 8 yards each. So 5 colors for $16, and they're 8 yards each. Coming back from the quilt retreat, I stopped at a shop in Atlanta, just inside the perimeter on the east side. It's called In Town Quilts and Yarn, I think. I think that's the name. And I picked up this pattern. I had seen these online, but I hadn't seen it in person. Mini hoop embroidery pendant blanks. It does come with this pattern to stitch, with embroidery stitches to stitch below. And then it comes with 3 of these pendants. And you pop the center out, you wrap your design around it, and then pop it back in. And then they recommend putting a piece of felt on the back, probably gluing that down. That would help kind of help it all stay together. So it has all the directions for how to use these in a finish. And so I'm excited to give that a try with some cross stitch. And it does come with like a jump ring on the top. I don't know if you can see that, but it comes with a little jump ring, so you could add it to a chain and wear it as a necklace, or turn it into an ornament, whatever you want to do. Alright, also I ordered from Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy, here on FlossTube. She had a live sale of bags plus bags, and I believe this is how this goes. This is a prototype bag that Bags Plus had, and I don't think they are making it and selling it quite yet. They just made this one, and I said, me please. It is for silk and overdyed threads, to hold silk and overdyed threads. So let's see here. You would hang your floss from one of these rings and tuck the bottom of it into a pocket. So I will have to look through the projects that I have kitted up, but I haven't started yet, to see if I have one that uses a lot of specialty thread, and then maybe use this for that. Or I might just, because you've got 7 rings here, I might be able to even just have all my specialty floss, all my overdyed floss stored in here. And then she also sent a needle threader. So thanks, Michelle. I'm excited to get that. And I received 2 magazines, recent, maybe not this past 2 weeks, but very recent. One is the Embroiderers Guild of America magazine, Needle Arts. This is the June issue. And one thing that probably So I'm going to show this even though it has patterns, but they had this design to celebrate the Scotch stitch, and you can stitch it in English or Hebrew. And then there was a article about a designer, and you can order from her. You can order the pattern from EGA if you're a member of EGA to make this silk ribbon design, and you can order the kit from the designer Debbie Mytek. Anyway, that's probably a little bit more of a magazine dealing with, you know, the history and what is different types of embroidery, but they usually do include a pattern or two. This magazine is from the American Needlepoint Guild. Again, you have to be a member of the guild to get their magazine, and this is January, February issue, but it came out really late, so I haven't had it very long at all. And this one also includes all the classes from the national seminar that the American Needlepoint Guild is having in Houston this year in August. And so just, let's see if I can do this. They have the different pieces that are being taught in classes, information about the kit cost and who's teaching and when it's being offered and that sort of thing. But also in this magazine, there's a couple other designs. This is designed to stitch on counted canvas work, and they also have a picture of it in red, which is cute. They have the directions to make this stocking, also on mono canvas, 18 count mono canvas. And they have the directions to make this. It's a 4-inch diameter on 18 count mono canvas, design of Paris. It's not painted canvas, you just plain canvas, and then they tell you what threads to get. So I particularly like the Needle Pointers magazine from A&G. And let's see, what else? Okay, I think that's it for this episode. Just a reminder to comment on this video if you're interested in any of the designs that I'm going to be giving away, you know, like the button, my Garden of Stitches, the Lizzie Kate, the Noah's Ark by June Grigg, the Amy Brukin stocking, the Prairie Schooler 2x2 with the linen, and then from Holland, this kit to make this sampler. Comment on today's video by the end of the day, Tuesday, May 28th, and good luck. Then if you commented on video 1, or do comment on video 1 by the end of the day, Tuesday, you'll be in the running for this friendship card, the 4 little Prairie Schooler designs, and the scissor fob. So that's it. I have no idea how long that was. But wish me luck on getting it edited and uploaded. Thank you so much for coming to my stitchy home.